I'm Jinghui, and I'm going to show you the cell cycle and mitosis using these cookies as a demonstration. Alright, before it's melting, here we go.
The first stages in the cell cycle that any cell goes through makes up a process called interphase. Interphase takes up most of the time in the cell cycle, and the changes arguably are not very drastic compared to mitosis. The first stage of interphase is the G1 phase. During the G1 phase, the cell is basically just doing its job. It carries out normal functions while gradually growing. The next phase is the S phase. During this phase, the DNA found in the nucleus of the cell is copied. This allows each cell produced by mitosis later on to have equal amounts of DNA. The last phase of interphase is the G2 phase. During this phase, the cell is basically just preparing for mitosis. While doing its given job as usual, the cell copies its organelles. This allows each cell produced by mitosis to have exact copies of organelles later on. After interphase is mitosis.
The first stage of mitosis is prophase, during which the chromosomes condense and become visible. The nuclear membrane breaks down and the spindle apparatus forms at opposite poles of the cell.
Looks like metaphase to me.
The second phase of mitosis is metaphase, the shortest phase of mitosis. During metaphase, the centromeres of each chromosome line up across the center of the cell. This is also when spindle finders connect each centromere to two poles of the spindle.
We got anaphase right here.
Anaphase is the third stage of mitosis, during which the chromatids separate and migrate towards opposite ends of the spindles in the cell.
The nuclear envelope is forming around each group of chromosomes right now. And this is called telophase. After anaphase is telophase, which is the last phase of mitosis. During telophase, the chromosomes gather at the ends to spread out into a cluster of chromatin. Then two nuclear membranes form around the two clusters, and the spindle fibers break apart. The nucleolus is now visible in each daughter nucleus, and mitosis is complete. After this is when the two cells need to be split apart, and that is where cytokinesis comes in. In the final stage, cytokinesis, the cell splits up. Like that. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's cytokinesis. After mitosis, two nuclei are formed with their own duplicated set of chromosomes. Cytokinesis wraps it up by splitting the one cell into two. This happens at the same time as telophase, and for animal cells, the cell membrane is drawn inward until pinched into two equal parts. And for plant cells, a cell plate forms between the divided nuclei to separate the daughter cells. Then, a cell wall forms between the two membranes, finishing the process.